Do you love bread, rice, or potatoes, but hate the thought of what they might be doing to your blood sugar? What if I told you there's a simple way to enjoy your favorite carbs without sending your blood sugar on a wild roller coaster ride? Yes, you heard that right. You can still eat the foods you love, and I'll show you exactly how to do it, step by step. Welcome to Live Healthy Every Day, where we uncover science-based secrets to living longer, feeling stronger, and taking control of your health naturally. The truth about carbs. Let's start with something simple. The three big players in your diet: carbohydrates, fats, and proteins. Among these, carbs are the ones that have the biggest impact on your blood sugar. When you eat carbohydrate-rich foods, like bread, potatoes, rice, beans, bananas, or pasta, your body quickly breaks them down into glucose, the simple sugar that fuels your cells. But here's the problem. When glucose floods your bloodstream too quickly, your blood sugar spikes. Your pancreas rushes to release insulin to clear it out. And over time, these constant spikes can cause insulin resistance, weight gain, fatigue, and even diabetes. So, does that mean carbs are the enemy? Absolutely not. The real trick lies in how you prepare and combine them. The science of starch. Regular versus resistant carbs like potatoes, rice, and bread are made up of starch, long chains of glucose molecules linked together like beads on a string. But not all starches behave the same way inside your body. There are two main types. Regular starch, which your body easily breaks down into glucose, raising your blood sugar fast. Resistant starch, which your body cannot digest easily. Instead of turning into sugar, it stays in your gut and acts like fiber, feeding your good gut bacteria and keeping your blood sugar stable. Here's the catch. Most foods rich in resistant starch, like green bananas, yams, beans, or tiger nuts, lose much of that benefit once they're cooked. Heat destroys the natural resistant starch and turns it into the regular kind that spikes your glucose. But don't worry, science has a clever workaround. The heating and cooling hack. When you cook foods like rice, potatoes, or pasta, then cool them down in the fridge overnight, something amazing happens. Some of that regular starch transforms into a new type of resistant starch. Even better, if you reheat it later, that resistant starch stays intact. That means the same bowl of rice, when cooked and cooled, could raise your blood sugar up to 40% less than freshly made rice. And yes, the same trick works with bread. Try freezing your bread and then toasting or defrosting it before eating. Science-backed and delicious. Want to supercharge it? Add a spoonful of coconut oil to your rice while cooking. After cooling it overnight, the oil binds to the starch molecules, making them even harder to digest. And that means less glucose hits your bloodstream. 3 drinks that tame blood sugar spikes. Now let's talk about drinks that can further flatten that sugar curve. There are 3 powerful options, but one of them you might want to avoid. 1. Lemon or lime juice. A splash of lemon or lime juice before or during a meal can make a real difference. The acidity slows down digestion, preventing starch from breaking down too quickly. It also inhibits salivary amylase, the enzyme in your saliva that starts breaking down starch into sugar the moment you take a bite. As a bonus, the vitamin C and antioxidants in fresh citrus juice protect your cells from oxidative stress and inflammation. 2. Vinegar, apple cider vinegar, white vinegar, rice vinegar. They all work. Vinegar not only slows carbohydrate breakdown, but also helps your muscles soak up glucose, improving insulin sensitivity over time. If you choose apple cider vinegar with the mother, you'll also get beneficial probiotics that support your gut health. It's powerful, simple, and inexpensive. No wonder it tops the list. 3. Wine. Yes, wine can lower blood sugar, but it's unpredictable and risky, especially if you're taking insulin or diabetes medication. Alcohol puts stress on your liver and can worsen fatty liver disease, so for most people, it's best avoided. If we had to rank them, 3rd place, wine, risky. 2nd place, lemon or lime juice. 1st place, vinegar, the most effective and safest option. What to do? Before, during, and after a meal. Before eating 30 minutes before your meal, try one or more of these blood sugar balancing tricks. Drink 2 tablespoons of vinegar or lemon juice mixed in half a glass of water. Take a fiber supplement like konjac root or psyllium husk with water. Add herbs or supplements such as fenugreek powder or Gymnema sylvestre, known for improving glucose control. Or simply start your meal with a big serving of vegetables, especially leafy greens. This preloads your body with fiber and slows digestion. During the meal, never eat your carbs naked. Always combine carbs with protein, fat, or fiber, or all three. Add eggs, fish, or meat to balance bread or rice. Pair rice with beans and veggies. Mix oats with Greek yogurt, nuts, and berries. Start with a salad dressed in oil and vinegar. And here's a powerful tip. Eat in order. Start with vegetables, then protein and fat, and finish with the starches last. This simple sequence can significantly reduce your post-meal glucose rise. If separating foods isn't practical, like eating spaghetti, don't stress. You can still balance it out by adding acidic dressings or pickles. Enjoy your food. Health shouldn't feel like punishment. What to do? After you eat, within 30 minutes of finishing your meal, get moving. A 10 to 20-minute walk, light dancing, or even climbing stairs is enough. When your muscles are active, they naturally pull glucose from your bloodstream, even without insulin. For people with diabetes, this can mean fewer insulin injections and steadier glucose levels. Smarter snacks. If you snack, go savory rather than sweet. Think cheese, nuts, boiled eggs, or veggie sticks with hummus or yogurt dip. Add a splash of vinegar or lemon water before or during your snack to blunt the glucose response. But remember, vinegar works best on starchy foods, not sugary ones. So skip the candy. Your blood sugar will thank you. Why this matters? Frequent blood sugar spikes don't just affect diabetics. They affect everyone. Every spike damages cells, accelerates aging, and tells your body to store fat. Over time, your pancreas tires out, your insulin stops working efficiently, and glucose begins to stick to your tissues, a process known as glycation. It's the same reaction that browns a slice of toast, and once it happens inside your body, you can't reverse it. This internal browning speeds up aging, wrinkles your skin, fogs your brain, weakens your heart, and even suppresses your immune system. No wonder people who keep their blood sugar stable feel younger, sharper, and more energetic every day. When we talk about controlling blood sugar spikes, it's not just about what you eat. It's also about how your body responds. You can eat the same meal on 2 different days and get completely different blood sugar results, depending on your sleep, stress, activity, and timing. Let's explore how these hidden factors can either help or destroy your efforts to control blood sugar, and how to turn them into your advantage. 1. The power of meal timing. Your body's insulin sensitivity, how well your cells respond to insulin, isn't constant throughout the day. It's actually highest in the morning and gradually declines toward the evening. That means the same bowl of rice you eat at 8 a.m. will have a much smaller impact on your blood sugar than if you eat it at 9 p.m. Eating late at night, when your body is preparing to rest, forces your pancreas to release insulin at the worst possible time. Glucose lingers longer in your bloodstream, and instead of being used for energy, it's stored as fat. If you can, finish your last meal at least 3 hours before bed and aim to keep most of your carbs earlier in the day. This simple change alone can dramatically flatten your glucose curve. 2. The sleep-blood sugar connection. One night of poor sleep can raise your fasting blood sugar levels and reduce your insulin sensitivity by up to 30% the next day. That means even if you eat perfectly, your body will act as if you're eating junk food. Why does this happen? When you don't sleep well, your stress hormones, especially cortisol, shoot up. Cortisol tells your liver to release stored glucose to keep you alert. Combine that with caffeine or a carb-heavy breakfast, and you have the perfect recipe for a mid-morning sugar crash. To fix this, aim for 7 to 9 hours of sleep every night. Avoid screens and bright lights 1 hour before bed. Keep your bedroom dark, quiet, and cool. Your metabolism literally resets while you sleep. Don't skip that repair window. 3. How muscle turns into a glucose sponge. Your muscles are one of your most powerful tools for blood sugar control. They act like a sponge, soaking up glucose and storing it as glycogen for future energy. The more muscle you have, and the more you use it, the more glucose your body can handle without spiking blood sugar. You don't have to be a bodybuilder to benefit. Even light resistance training, bodyweight exercises, or a brisk walk after meals can activate this effect. For example, doing just 20 squats, wall push-ups, or marching in place for 10 minutes after eating can lower your glucose levels as effectively as some medications. And because muscles can take in glucose without insulin when they're active, this trick works even for people with insulin resistance or type 2 diabetes. So remember this rule. Move your muscles within 30 minutes after eating. Your glucose will thank you. 4. How stress secretly raises blood sugar. You might think stress only affects your mood, but it actually wreaks havoc on your metabolism. When you're under stress, emotional, physical, or even psychological, your body releases cortisol and adrenaline. These hormones tell your liver, release glucose, we might need energy to fight or flee. The problem? You're usually not running from danger. You're sitting in traffic, scrolling your phone, or arguing at work. The result? Glucose floods your bloodstream, but it's never used, so it lingers, causing mini blood sugar spikes all day long. Simple techniques like deep breathing, stretching, meditation, or even a 5-minute walk can shut off that cortisol response. If you want a more powerful effect, try slow nasal breathing. In for 4 seconds, out for 6, for just 5 minutes. Your heart rate drops, stress hormones lower, and your blood sugar stabilizes naturally. 5. Fat, fiber, and protein, the shield against sugar. Think of fat, fiber, and protein as a protective shield around your carbs. They slow digestion, balance energy release, and keep you feeling full. Let's say you love white rice. Instead of cutting it out, combine it smartly. Add avocado, fat, beans, fiber and protein, and vegetables, micronutrients. The meal digests slower, glucose enters the bloodstream gradually, and you feel energized instead of sleepy after eating. Here's a secret. Even adding a tablespoon of olive oil or a handful of nuts to a meal can make a measurable difference in glucose response. And if you enjoy sweets occasionally, pair them with some protein, like yogurt, eggs, or cheese, to blunt the sugar surge. 6. Retrain your taste buds. Many people think they need sweet foods, but that's not true. It's habit and dopamine. Each sugar spike triggers a dopamine release, your brain's reward chemical. And when sugar drops, you crave that next hit. The fix isn't quitting sugar overnight. It's retraining your taste buds slowly. Start by reducing added sugar by 20% each week. Choose fruit for sweetness instead of soda or candy. Drink sparkling water with lemon or mint instead of sweet drinks. In 3 to 4 weeks, your taste buds reset, and suddenly, even a ripe strawberry tastes sweet enough. 7. The gut-blood sugar connection. Your gut bacteria play a huge role in how your body processes carbs. When your gut microbiome is healthy, it produces compounds like short-chain fatty acids, SCFAs, that help your cells use glucose efficiently. But when your gut bacteria are out of balance, from antibiotics, poor diet, or stress, blood sugar regulation suffers. To support your gut, eat fermented foods like yogurt, kefir, sauerkraut, or kimchi. Add fiber-rich foods such as chia seeds, flax seeds, and leafy greens. Avoid ultra-processed foods that feed the bad bacteria. And remember that resistant starch, from cooled rice, potatoes, and pasta, also acts as prebiotic fuel for those good bacteria. 8. Recognize the hidden signs of blood sugar imbalance. Even if you're not diabetic, frequent spikes and crashes can quietly affect your daily life. Watch out for these signs. Feeling tired after meals. Cravings for sweets or coffee mid-afternoon. Dizziness or brain fog. Mood swings or anxiety. Trouble sleeping or frequent waking at night. If these sound familiar, your blood sugar is fluctuating more than it should. And it's reversible by combining the strategies we've discussed: smarter food prep, balanced meals, consistent movement, and good sleep. 9. Build your daily glucose stabilizing routine. Here's what a day of stable blood sugar might look like. Morning. Start with a glass of water. It's a splash of apple cider vinegar. Eat a protein-rich breakfast, like eggs or Greek yogurt with nuts. Move for 10 minutes after breakfast. Afternoon. Lunch, rice or potatoes cooled overnight, plus vegetables, plus healthy fat. Take a short walk or stretch session after eating. Avoid sugary snacks. Go for nuts or cheese instead. Evening. Light dinner with minimal carbs, eaten 3 hours before bed. 5 minutes of breathing or light yoga to unwind. No screens or caffeine after 8 p.m. Repeat this daily, and within weeks you'll feel more energetic. Your cravings will fade, and your body will start using glucose efficiently instead of storing it as fat. Even if you eat healthy, move daily, and watch your carbs, you can still struggle with blood sugar swings if your insulin sensitivity is impaired. Insulin resistance is the silent root behind fatigue, stubborn belly fat, brain fog, and even premature aging. But the good news is, your body can heal from it. Let's uncover how your cells become resistant to insulin, and more importantly, how to reverse it naturally, starting today. 1. Why your cells stop listening to insulin. Think of insulin as a key that unlocks your cells so glucose can enter. But when you constantly eat carbs, snack often, or live under stress, your cells are bombarded with insulin all day long. Over time, they stop responding, like someone tuning out a sound they've heard too often. Now, even normal meals cause higher and longer glucose spikes. Your pancreas responds by releasing more insulin, trapping you in a loop that leads to fat gain, energy crashes, and inflammation. The solution isn't to starve. It's to reset insulin sensitivity through strategic lifestyle changes. 2. Reset with strategic fasting. Windows. One of the most effective ways to restore insulin sensitivity is to give your body time to rest from constant glucose exposure. You can start with gentle time-restricted eating, such as 12-12, 12 hours eating, 12 fasting, then gradually move to 14-10 or 16-8. During fasting, your insulin levels drop, forcing your body to use stored fat for energy instead of sugar. It's like hitting the reset button on your metabolism. But don't push too fast. The key is consistency, not intensity. And always break your fast with protein and fiber first, not sugary foods. 3. The role of inflammation in insulin resistance. Chronic inflammation is a silent saboteur of blood sugar control. When your body is inflamed, insulin signaling weakens. Your cells literally block the message. Anti-inflammatory foods are your secret weapon here. Focus on omega-3 fats from salmon, sardines, or chia seeds. Colorful vegetables like spinach, kale, and bell peppers. Spices such as turmeric, ginger, and cinnamon. And cut back on what fuels inflammation. Processed meats, refined oils, sugary drinks, and excessive alcohol. Every anti-inflammatory meal you eat is like clearing static from the insulin signal. 4. Move more. But smartly exercise doesn't just burn calories, it rebuilds insulin sensitivity at the cellular level. Even a single workout can increase glucose uptake by muscles for up to 24 hours. But not all exercises work the same way. For maximum benefit, do strength training 2 to 3 times per week to increase muscle mass. Your glucose sponge. Add short walks after meals. They can reduce glucose spikes by up to 30%. Include high-intensity intervals once or twice weekly if your health allows. This boosts mitochondrial efficiency. In short, you don't need to move more. You just need to move smarter. 5. The order of eating matters. You can eat the exact same food, but change the order, and your blood sugar responds completely differently. When you start with vegetables and protein before carbs, glucose levels can drop by 70% or more compared to eating carbs first. Here's why. Fiber and fat from vegetables and protein slow digestion, creating a barrier that delays carb absorption. So, always start your meal with greens or protein, like a salad or eggs, before touching rice, bread, or pasta. It's a small change with massive impact. 6. Micronutrients that enhance insulin function. Certain vitamins and minerals play a key role in how your cells use glucose. Deficiency in them can worsen insulin resistance, even with good habits. Magnesium supports insulin receptor function and glucose metabolism, found in spinach, almonds, and pumpkin seeds. Chromium improves insulin sensitivity, found in broccoli and whole grains. Zinc, essential for insulin production and release, found in oysters, beans, and nuts. Vitamin D, low levels are linked with higher risk of diabetes. Get sunlight or supplements if needed. Your cells can't use glucose efficiently without these key nutrients. 7. Retrain your mindset. You can't fix what you don't track. Start paying attention to how your body feels after certain meals. Notice which foods make you energetic and which make you sleepy or irritable. Your goal isn't perfection, it's awareness. Once you reconnect with your body's signals, you'll stop chasing diets and start listening to real feedback from your metabolism. Over time, you'll transform from sugar-dependent to fat-fueled and stable, naturally. Balancing blood sugar isn't a 7-day challenge. It's a lifelong rhythm between your food, your movement, and your mind. Once you've learned to prevent spikes, the next step is maintaining that stability for life, effortlessly. Let's build your long-term blueprint for stable energy, mental clarity, and metabolic health. 1. Start every day with metabolic momentum. How you start your morning shapes your entire day's blood sugar curve. Avoid sugary breakfasts or pastries. They set you up for a crash before noon. Instead, begin with protein, fat, and hydration. Try this routine. 1 glass of water, pui lemon or apple cider vinegar. A protein-based breakfast, like eggs, yogurt with nuts, or tofu with vegetables. A short 10-minute walk or stretch. This combination lowers fasting glucose, improves insulin sensitivity, and keeps energy steady for hours. 2. Space out your meals. Frequent snacking keeps insulin elevated all day, preventing fat burning. Allow 4 or 5 hours between meals to let insulin drop and your body switch into repair mode. If you feel hungry too soon, it means your previous meal lacked protein or fiber, not that you need another snack. 3. The mind-metabolism link. Your brain and your pancreas are in constant communication. When you eat under stress, your body releases adrenaline, which disrupts digestion and blood sugar control. Try eating in a calm state. Take a few slow breaths before meals. It may sound simple, but studies show mindful eating can reduce glucose spikes and cravings significantly. Slow eating isn't weakness, it's strategy. 4. The hydration rule. Few people know even mild dehydration raises your blood sugar because your body concentrates glucose in a smaller blood volume. Aim for 2 and 2.5 liters of water per day, and even more if you're active. Adding a pinch of Himalayan salt or electrolytes can help maintain balance, especially during fasting or hot weather. 5. Build a glucose-friendly dinner habit. Evening meals have the strongest impact on overnight glucose because insulin sensitivity is lowest at night. Keep dinners light, lower in carbs, and rich in vegetables and protein. Try grilled fish with vegetables or soup with tofu and greens. Avoid rice, pasta, or bread close to bedtime. If you crave something sweet, a small serving of Greek yogurt with cinnamon is a smart substitute. 6. Build your weekly movement pattern. For long-term stability, mix 3 kinds of movement. Strength training builds glucose-burning muscle. Aerobic activity improves circulation and fat metabolism. Gentle recovery work, yoga, stretching, or slow walking for stress balance. Consistency beats intensity. Even 20-30 minutes daily transforms your glucose control within weeks. 7. Your metabolic reset plan. If you ever fall off track, holidays, stress, or busy weeks, don't panic. Your metabolism is adaptable. You can reset it quickly with this 3-day routine. Day 1. Eat only protein, vegetables, and healthy fats. Skip sugary drinks. Day 2. Add short walks after each meal. Day 3. Get 8 hours of sleep and drink plenty of water. By the 4th day, your energy and glucose levels will already start stabilizing again. 8. Small wins that last a lifetime. Long-term health isn't built from perfection. It's built from small, consistent habits. Drinking water before meals, choosing fiber before carbs, taking a short post-meal walk, sleeping early. These may seem minor, but over months, they reshape your entire metabolism. And remember, the goal isn't to avoid food, it's to enjoy it without letting it control you. When you start applying these simple principles, you'll notice your energy feels even, your focus stays sharp, and your cravings fade. Your body begins to work with you, not against you. That's what true metabolic freedom feels like. If this message resonated with you, if you've learned something valuable today, don't keep it to yourself. Subscribe to Live Healthy Every Day for more science-based, practical tips to transform your health naturally. Leave a comment below to share your experience or your favorite tip, and let's grow this community of people who choose to live strong, balanced, and healthy every single day.